So what exactly is Spider-Man's future in the MCU, specifically after Avengers Endgame and with the upcoming Spider-Man Far From Home? Well, let's talk about this and realistically see what it could be. So obviously, our first look into the post-Endgame world is going to be Spider-Man Far From Home. This is an interesting approach to it, and I think it's probably the best one they could have taken. It's a more grounded character. He's in New York. Certainly, we heard a few things about New York, in Endgame, about no ball games and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of things to move forward. Spider-Man specifically, to me, is one of the more interesting ones, considering he is a kid, right? He was like a freshman. So putting him into that situation, automatically his movie is going to introduce us into the mindset of the teenagers, right? The younger people, and him having to try to kind of rationalize with what happened and understand everything. But not just that, the world around him, right? When you're 15, you probably say and do a lot of stupid things you're not going to do in another 10 years, and specifically when you hit like 30 or something, right? And there's obviously growth that happens, and some of his friends have grown now, right? Because some of them weren't decimated. Some were, and they're the same age now. And thinking of it that way, you kind of start to look at the future and realize that there's homeless shelters now, right? That he's Spider-Man showing up as, and Aunt May is working at. Probably because of the decimation, because half the population, 3.5 billion people, got restored out of nowhere, and things are kind of going out of control, right? There's a lot to kind of answer for, and you look at Spidey's future in the MCU, it's going to largely be to kind of live out his life in high school. So this movie looks like it's maybe his second or third year of high school. Who really knows? Maybe it's the summer break, maybe between the two. So looks like Spider-Man's definitely going to continue in some fashion going through the high school motions, which honestly, the more we learn from Far From Home, and when we see it, we're going to definitely know the layout of the MCU and what the world reacted like to everything that happened, which is kind of the most interesting factor for Spider-Man.